movie industry is made up of two separate but equally important groups. The theaters who display the movies and the critics who overvalue their opinions. These are our reviews. The Morning Blaze is bringing justice to the movies.
Welcome back, sir.
What up, dude?
2 reviews in 1 week.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it'll be 3 reviews in 1 week.
It's a
We'll
big
do
week.
another one on Friday. All right, so Mortal Kombat was released on Friday over the weekend, and both of us were pretty excited to see it.
Yeah.
So we watched it, and the original plan was to call that the movie for this week and to review it on Friday. But so many people have already watched it, felt like that was waiting too long. The moment was going to pass. We've already seen it, so we thought we'd tell you now what we thought about Mortal Kombat. And I'm going to let you watched it twice. You watched it again yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't stomach that. I'm going to tell you just outright, I did not like this movie at all. Thoroughly disappointed. And I'm baffled. I'm really just flabbergasted at some of the widely different opinions people were sharing about this movie online, because I read a couple of, this is actually what made me watch it over the weekend. I read a couple of reviews of people like full reviews, but posts on Twitter and Facebook about how awesome it was. I was like, sweet, redemption. And then I watched it, and I will tell you this, the scorpion sequence at the beginning was cool. After that, I have no idea what happened, and I was thoroughly disappointed. Justice, Mortal Kombat, tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, I was also very disappointed in it. Again, based on the trailers, you saw the beginning Scorpion.
We don't need to tell
thing.
people what Mortal Kombat is about, do we? I mean,
Well, that's the thing. Normally, we shouldn't. I should just say, Raiden gets Earthrealm fighters. They go to Outworld. Tournament ensues.
Right. That's what you should say.
That's what I should say. But they decided to just get rid of that story completely. Essentially, there's no tournament in this. First spoiler alert. Second one, they decided to create an original character and make him the chosen one over Liu Kang.
That sounds necessary.
Also, this dude he's a Power Ranger. Literally, I figured this out when I watched it yesterday. He's just a Power Ranger. His Arcana, which is another thing that doesn't exist. Arcana is your power from within. His essentially just makes him a suit so he can take blows because he has no defense in his fighting. And he's a cage fighter.
Which they established early in the movie. Yeah. He is a subpar cage fighter.
Former champion cage fighter who has no defense, apparently. So that's his Arcana, which, again, so stupid. And he gives, like, a speech, and I'm like, that sounds like something Green Ranger says to the Power Rangers to get them pumped up to go fight the villain that they can't beat. So, yeah, they completely butchered the story. I can see if they make a sequel, there's some redemption in the Sub-Zero Scorpion thing because they can bring in Quan Chi, which I think they probably aren't going to do. I don't understand. And again, if you liked this movie, I really want to hear from you because I don't understand it. If you liked it because you thought some of the fight sequences matched up more with the video game you've been playing since you were a kid, then I guess. But as far as a movie is concerned, a movie needs to have a story that keeps going and makes sense and gets you from point A to point B. And this did not do that. And I will say, in the movie's defense, if I can say anything in its defense, I was a little toasted when I watched the movie. So I had that going against me from the beginning. But there were parts where I just felt like the movie just missed sequences. Like I was watching the movie, I thought I knew what was going on, and then suddenly they jumped to a sequence like where Goro shows up to fight this guy, and I'm thinking, why is he there and why is this happening? And from that point on, it just didn't make any sense. Did Jax's arms just grow out of nowhere? Sonya shoots things out of her hands, actually her hands, not with machines like in the game. Kano isn't like a Terminator. He's just a guy that shoots lasers from his eyes. None of this matched up. I was very disappointed in the entire movie, and if you liked it, I would like to hear from you because I think you're wrong. Yeah, and I get some people are like, it's an adaptation. Of course, it's like, yeah, but normally you don't stray this far from the source material.
There's no need.
There's 11 games of a continuous story.
Mortal Kombat has been around since the 90s, man. People have been playing this game, and it's not like, I know it's a fighting game, but these characters all have background stories, and this is one of the few fighting games that they've really done a lot of work to develop the characters and it's not the deepest story, but there's one that's there that people understand, and to go completely away from that there was no tournament. There was no fighting tournament in the video game movie about a fighting tournament.
All they had to do was take the 95 story from the movie that everyone hates, punch it up a bit, and not Green Lantern it. That's it.
thoroughly disappointed.
Yeah.
Thoroughly. I'll be surprised if they make a sequel.
I wouldn't. Supposedly, the guy who played Sub-Zero has like a multi-film contract already. So, Noob Saibot, here we go.
Good job, Warner Brothers. You've done it to me. You've done it to me again. All right, what are we going to watch this week? Give me something better to watch this week.
It's this new Netflix movie called Stowaway.
Okay.
Basically, there's I think it's like a three people 2-year space mission, and they find a guy in the shuttle. And so they basically kind of have to decide whether or not they want to let him live.
Okay, I don't know if that sounds good or not, but I'm telling you,
it's getting good reviews.
I could watch Captain Ron at this point after Mortal Kombat and be just fine. Justice, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, man.
Make a rash decision every morning.
If you like that bit, don't miss the show weekday mornings from 6 to 10. And if you didn't, we'll try harder next time. Oh, also, like, follow, subscribe. You know the deal.
Rash, because someone has got to bring order to the chaotic mess that we call life. Weekday mornings on 105.1 The Blaze.